Welcome to the Barker Podcast Collection.
I suck, you suck, I suck at Call of Duty.
Welcome to the Not Playing Podcast. My name's Rob Howard, and this week I'm joined by
Ian Bruce and Patrick Kay.
You can contact us on email at notplayingpodcast@gmail.com or follow us on Twitter at notplayingpod. Right, so VR made the cover of Time magazine.
Oh, what were you thinking?
It was fucking funny though,
It was
wasn't it?
hilarious.
Yeah, Palmer Luckey apparently said that he really liked the cover, but it's turned into a bit of a meme, hasn't it?
A massive one. Oh, it's so funny.
Him on a horse, it was just, brilliant. But I think it's a sign of the times, though. You know, you look at Time magazine, for good or ill, has always been sort of like a bit of a, sort of national landmark or global landmark culturally. And I think now that it's there, I think it's cemented in people's consciousness now that it's a thing that is of this time, literally. So
One of the things I really like about this is Palmer Luckey, who invented the Oculus Rift and who probably has a fair bit of money in his bank account. He's 22 fucking years old.
Yeah.
I know the meme stuff is funny and all the rest of it, but he's 22 and look at what he's doing. If I was 22 and doing this, I'd be hopping around like a pregnant penguin as well. It's awesome. It's he could be standing there in a business suit with his Rift in front of him on a table, looking a bit smug like a dragon from Dragon's Den. But no, he's in a t-shirt that kind of isn't very flattering, and jeans that have probably been washed too much, and he's just having a good time with it. Best of luck to him. We'd all like a job like that. It's just haters gonna hate, and memers gonna meme.
Well, it was just a funny image, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a bit of a. It did look like Photoshop done by the intern, but
yes,
it
looks like he's playing Star Wars Connect. To be honest,
the point is Palmer Luckey is on the cover of Time with an Oculus Rift on his head, and that is a big
and
thing.
He's 22.
There's a big. Yeah. And he's 22, and that's a big jump from 3 years ago when no one knew anything about it, and it was a video of John Carmack gushing about this gaffer tape together kit that some kid had made, and 3 years later, front cover of Time. It's pretty massive.
Yes.
Yeah.
But very, very cool, but also hilarious.
Yeah.
Indeed. And there's also been some murmurings of some big AAA publishers getting on board. There was some word about some people trying out an Assassin's Creed VR experience that was later sort of refuted by Ubisoft.
Which is the Eagle Flight prototype, which I think, I'm guessing that's probably something based around the flying bits in Assassin's Creed 3?
Yeah.
Which were really cool. I'm guessing that's what it is, because my kind of assumption about this when I read a few months ago that Ubisoft were working on VR stuff is that they'd probably just be working with pre-existing assets from their other games and just trying to see what works, rather than starting a bunch of different VR projects, because they've got Trackmania Turbos coming out, isn't it? Which is going to have VR support.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that's coming out in November. I think that's going to be their first release, which has got VR support. But it looks like they're doing what any developer with any amount of money is wise to do now, which is trying to fail fast and often with their experiments, because Ubisoft are not going to pump millions of pounds into an idea that might not work. They are the safe players. So I think we're likely to see. I think we're probably likely to see quite short, small spin-offs of these things. If we do see the Assassin's Creed VR spin-offs, I think they're going to be quite short, kind of focused experiences rather than games on the scale of their meat space counterparts. Is what I'm trying to say.
As long as they are games or experiences and not just 360 fucking images and shit. Because it would be easy for them to do that. The Assassin's Creed VR experience, you're on top of a tower, about to press the sync button, and you can just look around. VR!
Yeah.
Fuck off, that's not VR.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're giving it a go.
But yeah, I've said this before though. Like Ubisoft's VR experience, VR's games are probably the ones I'm least excited about. It's all about, at this stage at least, it's all about the indies who can take massive risks and do really weird, quirky things. A few years down the line, sure, I'm going to be excited to play Far Cry 7 in VR. But at the moment, I'm not too excited about what people like Ubisoft have got to bring to the table.
I would like to see the Animus in VR though. I think that would be a beautiful thing.
That would be. Well, I said this a couple of years ago that like it is kind of crazy that Assassin's Creed is all about VR, and VR now exists, so it's not science fiction anymore. And so there's obviously a very perfect marriage there of an Animus experience with something in VR, but yeah, I'm not that excited about it, to be honest. Whatever it is,
but it's good to see them giving it a go.
Yeah, but like I said, I just don't have that much excitement for Ubisoft in general, really.
Well, what about Starbreeze though? They're messing around with the John Wick universe, and they're going to do some kind of VR tie-in with the next movie. I think they're very keen to actually turn John Wick into its own sort of franchise, really, which is cool in a way. It did set up a quite interesting universe in that movie.
I don't know, I kind of yawn and roll my eyes every time that kind of thing's implied, that something has to be an IP. It's just like, that is exactly what's wrong with everything. Just don't try and make everything into a fucking franchise. Just original stuff. Well, yeah, that's fair enough. I don't think we need 3 John Wick fucking computer games. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's cool that they're going to do something interesting, and I think it doesn't take a lot of imagining to see what it could be if you've seen the film. Yeah, this is going to be for the Vive. Yeah.
Cool.
So that's cool.
So I'm imagining lots of kind of bullet timey ducking and ducking bullets and.
Yeah, they said it's going to be like a shooter of some kind. That kind of makes sense.
Well, of course it is.
Yeah.
What else would it be?
Well, yeah, that's it. I don't know. It might be a getting really pissed off simulator. I don't know. Or being like, having like a really unfair amount of nasty stuff happening to you for no reason other than your reputation.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh well, so let's get out of franchises then and into a game called Kartcraft, which looks quite nice. It's a photorealistic go-karting game.
Yeah, good move there, because been playing lots of Project Cars, and go-karts are one of the most fun things about it. It's partly due to the fact you're so close to the ground, so the speed feels like even more, and also like you've got a better kind of because being closer to everything means you get better fidelity on all the actual track and everything as well. You can see more of the road essentially in it. But yeah, like makes perfect sense to make a dedicated VR game, VR go-kart game. It's such a good idea. So even though I've got Project Cars, I reckon I'll probably check that one out.
Yeah, this is being done on Unreal 4. Makes sense. And it was shown off at Gamescom. So, looks like people were in a like little go-kart while they were demoing it, actually, for maximum immersion.
Yeah.
Which is cool. While you mention Project Cars, actually, I'm just going to jump ahead, and apparently that's been cancelled on Wii U now. They just gave up with it. The best they could get was 23 frames per second at 720p on the poor old Wii U.
I'm not surprised, really. I mean, it's essentially the best looking game I've ever played, I think. So, yeah, it's really not surprising.
And they've already announced, I think people were annoyed by this or they saw it coming because they'd already announced the crowdfunding campaign for Project Cars 2. So, yeah, but I'm not sure.
I wonder if it's going to be, actually I think it is going to be the same as the last one. Do you know about the last crowdfunding campaign for Project Cars?
I know it wasn't Kickstarter, was it? It's their own.
No,
sort of
it was
thing.
their own one, and it was actually very unique. Because one of my friends was one of the backers, and he actually makes money from it.
That's Paul, isn't it? Who was actually on this show
He
once.
came on the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he actually gets money back from that game.
Wow.
For crowdfunding it. So yeah, it's a very, very unique thing. I think they're doing exactly the same thing with the new one.
How'd you get money back then?
I don't know. I have no idea. But I don't know how much it is. It's probably not a lot, but
some kind of profit share or something.
Something like that, I guess. Yeah.
That's a unique way of doing it, I suppose.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's like you get
cool.
the game and you also get to share in reap the rewards.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure what. There's a list of things that Project Cars 2 is going to have on it, but I don't know how much of this is different to what's already there. I guess it's going to continue doing what it does, I suppose. It's going to be on Steam OS. I suppose the current one is too, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, well that's that. What else we got here?
Eve.
Oh yeah. CCP created a Gear VR game that's set in the Eve universe, and
it looks amazing.
It's very high fidelity, isn't it? Like
it looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
that's a mobile VR game.
Yeah, that's
Ladies
pretty
and
sick
gentlemen.
for mobile, actually.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous looking game. It looks like I think they're doing the kind of head aiming thing. I think I read that it's you know kind of it's a that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite arcadey, but then it's mobile, so you know.
That's right. But yeah, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Really impressed with what they've managed to get on the Gear VR.
Yeah, it's like waves of enemies, isn't it? It's like very arcadey.
Yeah, definitely.
But it certainly doesn't look arcadey.
Is that's not out yet, is it?
No, it's not out yet.
Damn it! Right.
I would have been playing it otherwise.
There's been a lot of fuss about this PT recreation in Unity.
Awesome. That was really awesome.
Yeah, looks like they're doing a full on. Are they doing a full on build of it? Konami not getting involved on this? Like, are they not kicking up a fuss or anything?
I don't think they have yet. This isn't the. What was that game we talked about last time? There's a Unity.
Allison Road.
Allison Road. Yeah. Which was also inspired by PT.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, you can download it. Excellent.
Yeah.
Probably won't be playing this one before bedtime.
No, maybe I'll wait until Hell's Frozen.
It does look great though, doesn't it?
Give it a go. Yeah, it looks great. It's a good advert for Unity. I hope he gets. I'm not entirely sure who's done it, but I hope he gets something good off the back of it. It's a great way to create buzz about something you've done.
And a great way of sort of trying to preserve something that now is unavailable.
Yeah. And give access to that which people who didn't have a PS4 only had access to on YouTube to watch other people being scared to death with. So, yeah, it's good.
They're adding VR support as well, aren't they?
Oh, Jesus, really?
Yep.
What a shame my Rift doesn't work at the moment. Take your time, Oculus, and drive.
Yeah. Another game that I'm not sure has VR support, but it's bound to eventually, is a game called The Town of Light.
This looks great.
Yeah, it's a thriller horror game, and it's set in like an abandoned psychiatric hospital, and I think they've used a bit of that photogrammetry stuff to sort of scan it all in. And
that photogrammetry stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It looks like another one of these sort of walking around sort of games, but yeah, really great looking visuals, and
it is VR as well.
It is
VR out of the box.
I thought it might be.
It looks insane, doesn't it?
Yeah, like quite cool, like art and stuff. I think you're sort of there's like quite a big story going on, and puzzles and stuff.
It has a touch of the Ethan Carter's about it as well.
Yeah,
which I found really dull, really quick. I'm afraid it's a beautiful looking game, but I just can't be arsed with the fucking about with it all.
Really?
Yeah,
I love that game.
If I was a spotty youth, I would have loved it, but I just want to get in and do stuff and get out.
Yeah, I know. I I think I'm somewhere in between both you guys on that. I really appreciated it, but I did not appreciate all the backtracking and stuff, which I think they apparently fix later on. But I think I heard Jim Sterling. I think he was talking about what's the new one set in the rural country? Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, and he said his frustration with games of this ilk is that the story is often about things that were happening before and not things that are happening to you now.
Yeah,
and I can appreciate that sort of perspective, but and also I heard that Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. The walking speed is like glacial. So yeah, you end up running around all the time, and it's still not very fast. So getting around that world is apparently a bit of a ball ache. But I'm still interested in giving it a go if it ever comes out on PC or I ever get a PS4.
Sorry, I'm a bit confused about the Town of Light. Their website suggests it's on Steam Greenlight, but
it may well be.
Maybe I need to search into Steam Greenlight. Sorry, listener.
Yeah, I only just saw the video on Eurogamer, so I didn't delve any further. But I think that it was like they had one of their guys talking about it over the top. Ian Higton, who does a lot of their stuff. He was explaining away about it. But yeah, one to keep an eye on, I suppose. What else have we got? Oh, that's it, I think, as far as VR stuff goes. This has been the Not Playing Podcast in partnership with notlistening.co.uk. It looks like we've had a few new listeners from looking at our stats and things. So if you are new and you like what you've heard here or you don't, we'd really like to know what you think of the show. And if you've got anything to add to any of our conversations, please do contact us on email at notplayingpodcast@gmail.com or follow us or tweet at us on Twitter at notplayingpod. You can find the show notes for this show at notlistening.co.uk, and you can also find other podcasts there, such as our namesake, notlistening.co.uk, or the Not Listening Podcast, rather, where they are there's 3 very funny guys, Adam, Ash, and Will, and they talk about some really funny, random stuff. And also, if you like listening to me and Ian, we're also on the Not Watching Podcast, where we talk about TV and movies and stuff. So that can be quite good too sometimes. I'm really selling this, aren't I?
Rob doesn't do marketing.
If you're listening to us on iTunes, you can give us a review there. Music is by Miracle of Sound, and that's all for now. Thanks for listening. See ya.
See ya.
I suck at